from lying about that. And I read that on the pro-China, it's the Chinese government Twitter feed that just feeds the most ridiculous pro-Chinese crap you'd ever read in your life. But very proud to be multilingual. It's very fun to read because it's just so you would think it's the happiest country in the world.
Like, that's when you know things are bad, when they're just being promoted as happiness, as being just so great and happy. No.
Everything is so great and happy here. Don't bother looking.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever you do, don't look. But I'm telling you, it's all good.
They are opening a thing, and it looks as ridiculous as you think it would. It's the world's first bicycle highway, and it really is. It looks like a tiny highway with big fences on both sides, and it's a bicycle highway that connects a bunch of provinces in China. And
really?
Yeah, and it's just for bicycles. And it looks like a little kid's play highway. It's really funny looking, actually. I didn't see it. It's not open yet, so there's no pictures with people traveling on it. There's just pictures of it waiting for them. It's just, what a ridiculous thing.
That's, but I mean, they need it when you have that many people.
Yeah. And they can't handle cars. The country wasn't built for people to own cars. They didn't think they'd ever have enough money to do so. So, and that's a neat thing that other countries do that North America could really take a tip from. When they want to institute something in other countries, they just do it and tell the people that it's been done. And that's not necessarily a bad thing when it comes to, like, your environmental program. These people didn't have a choice. There's a bike highway. It's not big enough for cars. You will take the bike highway, and that will be that.
You're not lying.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. If you really want to push the electric car, get rid of gas stations. Buy them all out and get rid of them. People will switch to the electric car real fast if they can't get gas.
Yeah, no, that's really true.
It's not that difficult, guys. Guess what? Gas cars are no good anymore because we don't sell gas. We got big old extension cords all over the world. Have a safe drive to work.
That's it. You've just solved the fucking problem right there.
It's not that
all you gotta do is just take away the gas.
All you gotta do is vote for Eric Nord. If you're pro electric car, no problem. Get it done in a day. The infrastructure might take some time to catch up, but with Gord's prison work system, shouldn't be too hard to get those power stations up and running.
That's right. It won't take long at all.
Hell, I'll even get Elon to throw in some cheap Teslas for you guys. That'll save his company, too.
Yes, it would.
Knock $100,000 off the price tag, and every Canadian gets one. It's good for him, it's good for us. This is a win-win. That's job creation, too. See, it just never stops with us.
Yeah, and you see how easy that is?
Inside of a year, we could have all of North America solved, with or without a goddamn wall across Texas.
No, I'll put the wall up. Fuck it.
It could. By the time I'm done with North America, there's going to be Americans diving over it into Mexico.
That'd be really funny.
They are not going to be able to handle it once that wall goes up, and it's harder to get coke.
See? The things that you don't normally think of, that's what's going to cause the problem.
That's going to... Yeah, Charlie Sheen will rip that fucker down in 2 days.
His dealer will personally dig a fucking hole through it.
Just Charlie Sheen and Motley Crue on a Jeep, just with sledgehammers barreling down toward New Mexico.
They get through it in no time.
What are you doing? We're tearing down a wall!
We're getting it done, man. We're getting it done. There's an 8-ball on the other side. I can't fucking wait.
You guys have sledgehammers? Tommy Lee does. Oh!
He just bangs his head against the wall.
He just whips out his massive hammer and smashes it down.
That's
good stuff.
Funny.
That's it. That's how you do it. I'm not saying we should be dictators. That's not the thing. But I think sometimes we're too democratic with our decisions, and this is how we end up with these reviews upon reviews of reviews, and see if that review got reviewed properly, and nothing ever fucking gets done. Just like like you said, the Democrats want an investigation into the investigation of the investigation.
Yeah, no. You got one shot, shut the fuck up.
This is when, didn't Eminem have a song about that?
I think so.
You only get one shot.
Do not miss your chance to go.
That's why it's nobody's campaign song.
Right?
Yes, science!
They could never stick to it.
You only get one shot. What? What do you mean one shot? Nobody can win with one shot. This game's rigged.
No. You're like 15. Millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Exactly. And then pretty soon people will forget what you're investigating, and they'll just agree with whatever the outcome is. What did you...
Wow. Can you imagine that's the actual outline plan here?
Yeah, doesn't it make sense? We finally... This investigation is finally concluded, and we've got our decision. Oh, and then everyone sits back and goes, what the fuck were they investigating again? I don't know. Just agree with that you're happy with what they found.
Yeah, whatever they found, just be like, oh, that's fantastic. Thank you.
Pretty much it. Like, really, when it comes down to Trump, I bet if you did a poll on the street, like one of those old Rick Mercer style, and say, what do you think of the Mueller investigation and what they came up with? Well, which one was that? Was that Russians? Was that the North Korean thing? Was that what fucking thing was this one about?
What was it all about? I don't remember.
The guy's done
15 years. I don't remember.
The guy's done everything a president's not supposed to do. Which one was this particular investigation about? Just, I don't know, just smile. You're on TV.
Smile and say, go Raiders.
That's the thing. And then if you speak a little too loudly, we'll give you your own show. And you'll be so excited about that, you'll stop saying anything meaningful. And then we'll somehow find a way to disgrace you publicly and take your show away.
Yeah.
Hey, Octomom.
I still laugh that she got offered, like, what was it? She got offered $1 million to do porn.
Yeah.
And she initially turned it down, then she agreed to it, then she turned it back down. I don't know if she ever actually went through with it. I don't think she did.
Oh, she didn't. She will.
Yeah.
But that million, all of a sudden it's 750,000, then all of a sudden it's 25 grand, and then it's like a case of beer and some pops for your kid. The 7 that still live with you.
It won't be fucking milk, it'll be pop.
Oh yeah. No.
Juice.
Milk's expensive. Milk costs more than gasoline, for Christ's sake. You can't give that to your kids. They won't know what to do with it. That's one thing I like to remind people of, too. I used to say that when I worked at the gas station. This is, mind you, when gas would get to 57 cents a liter and people would lose their minds. My God, gas is so much. Yeah. I wish I had all of your phone numbers right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would go up to 57 cents and people would come in and bitch about it. And I'd always say, look how much more milk is. How come you don't bitch about that? That's like $2.50 a liter back then. Gas was only 50 cents, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, no,
nobody ever bitched about milk.
Well, it's very true.
And you just think, if really the problem is cost of things per liter, gas is relatively cheap.
Yeah, when you look at the grand scale of things, yeah. What was it? If our cars ran on olive oil, oh boy.
Yeah. Mind you, I know the counter to that argument. I'm not done. Nobody buys 110 liters of milk at a time. And you do, with gas, that's pretty standard.
Well, that's only because it's what we're used to.
Yeah. Well,
you see?
All you guys who bought... all you little short guys who bought those Ford F-160s or whatever they are, the F-660, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Dumbasses. That retractable ladder that comes out when you open your door doesn't make you look taller, dumbass.
My old boss, I can't work under Like, in the sense, like, short guys are the worst because, like, when they have a position of power, there's the Napoleon complex through and through.
Oh, it's
so
ridiculous.
Brutal. And so I worked this one job, and the foreman was this little guy, and oh my god, his pickup truck was just, he had the F-350.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, again, like, he refused to use a step ladder, but the first step was like past his waist.
Yeah.
You know, but he climbed in there, and then he was looking at buying this even bigger truck that came out. I can't remember what it was called, but it was another Ford.
Yeah, there was
and
the
it was
Ford.
Basically a big rig.
Yeah, my boss.
It was just massive.
I worked for a company in North Van where the guy had one. He was about 5'4", I think 5'5" maybe, and he had the ladder came down like they do in a motorhome.
Yeah.
As soon as he opened his door, that ladder would come down and he'd climb up into his truck. It was just like, buddy, come on. You can't.
Like, you look stupid.
There's no way to take you seriously. He got the big dually wheels on him too, and just to make it look like that just makes you look smaller.
Yeah, and that's exactly right.
Get a Miata so you look
with a tiny dick.
Get a Mazda Miata so you look like a normal-sized human when you're driving.
See, now that's a good idea.
If
all these guys would do that, all these little dudes would just get tiny cars, then everything would balance out and look fine.
It just makes you look tinier. How do you not get this? Tiny men are stupid. And the cause of most of the world's problems, to be honest.
Yes, I do agree. Those motherfuckers are annoying.
Hitler was a little tiny guy.
Yes, he was. Look at the damage he did.
Like you said, Napoleon. Bin Laden.
Napoleon wasn't all that short.
No, I've heard that.
Yeah, he was actually kind of tall.
That was I heard that it was like it was a rumor that someone started, and someone painted him small as an insult to him, and it just kind of stuck. That just became his reputation and his image, but it was really just a derogatory thing that stuck.
See, I always assumed it was literally done specifically to belittle him for the future. That's what I just assumed it was deliberate. I thought that somebody said, "No, fuck this guy. We're gonna make him look sound like he was a fucking midget." Fuck him.
That's basically what it was. Yeah, but it was literally much more personal than that. Like, it was just like an inside joke that went way too far, and that would make me angry enough. I guess that's back then, though. You can't do that anymore. You can't just be an angry little guy who takes over the world. It doesn't work that way anymore. I wish it did.
No, not anymore.
Oh, I guess if that could happen, we'd all be North Korean by now. But, yeah, I guess that's the way it used to be. You'd piss off one little guy and he'd just get mad and take over the world, or wipe out a race. Why do they always go to that? That's their default. I'm going to wipe out this group of people because I don't like what you said to me.
Because it probably all stemmed from one incident. One person from that group pissed him off at some point in childhood. He just held a grudge his whole life and said, "Fuck him."
I just don't. I wonder.
Yeah, I'll bet you.
Death to America. What the hell did they do so bad? Anyway.
Where to start?
Hey, I don't know. If they just quit trying to beat everybody up, it would help.
Yeah. Well, it's like I was saying, like the other episode, you know, like with the Muslim thing, you only have the U.S. to blame for that.
Oh, of course.
They open the doors to piss off a group of people who don't fight fair. They don't follow the rules.
Yeah. That's the way it is. I'm sorry, fans, and I'm sorry, Gord. I forgot to post the goddamn thing, so it didn't go up until first thing this morning.
Oh, that's okay then.
I had no idea. I was going on our site to see what was going on, and I went, oh, wait a minute, the new episode's not there.
Son of a bitch.
So it's we're a day behind. I apologize, but we're catching up. We're making up. You don't notice anyway, guys, do you? You're not sitting by the radio every day. I know maybe a couple of you are, and thank you very much for that. But I think for the most part, we're doing all right.
I think so. I think we got a pretty decent grasp of shit right now.
You know where there's a decent grasp of shit? It's on thatpodcoin.com, I tell you, Gord.